Hi everybody, your friend Lisa here. Today I was coming in from basically one of our rooms inside the hospital because unfortunately we can't go outside. It's raining. And so we're not able to go ahead and go outside. Yesterday was beautiful out there, but unfortunately today, it's just a little rainy. It's still pretty. Wish I was at home under my blankets. I guess a lot of us love to do that. I know I do. But anyways, I wanted to comment to y'all today, and I had a couple of points that I basically wanted to make as to why I do what I do. And look, if you have any questions or you have any comments, go ahead and type them out, and we'll go ahead and see if, if you have any questions, I'll go ahead and answer them. And if we don't have the answer right now, I'm sure that I can go ahead and ask one of my brand partners or, somebody, but we're going to get an answer for you all, okay? Now, I guess one of the very first ones is why did I get started in this? And that's questions basically that I've been asked, through all this time that I've been in Partner Code now. One of the reasons I got started basically was because I was looking for something, and I had been looking for a couple of years, excuse me, for something that was going to go ahead and help me feel better. As a 55-year-old woman, I started going ahead and gaining a lot of weight. And I just could not, it didn't matter what kind of exercises I made. It didn't seem like I could go ahead and just, keep it off, all right? It seemed like my weight would fluctuate so bad and everything. And so I was always like, trying to find a quick fix here and there. And of course, I would be like on TikTok. I would be in all kinds of, social apps in order to see if I could find something on there. And I would, like a lot of us, I would try something out there and I would buy it, and it would probably work for a couple of weeks maybe, and then it would stop and there I go again. I would go ahead and gain my weight all again. Not just that, anything that I would be taking sometimes would make me feel like so bad. At first it seemed like it would give you this energy and you would go ahead and get going and stuff, and then through the day you would start feeling jittery and stuff, and it was like at the end you would end up go ahead and just crashing, right? That's a lot of the things that happen to us, when we go ahead and get, these things that we think is going to be a quick fix, it's going to help us, But that is one of the reasons I still kept looking. I was like, I'm not going to give up that easy, it is me. I know what I want, and I knew what I was looking for. Thankfully, I was able to find a good friend of mine, Julie, had been after me regarding the drops. And finally, I went into one of the meetings, not a meeting, as a matter of fact, to one of our parties for Christmas. This past year, and she's like, oh, I just have to talk to you. You just got to sit down, you got to wait, you listen to me, okay? And the way that she talks to people, she's got this heart of her to go ahead and try to help somebody all the time, okay? So for me, it was so easy. It was like, okay, what do you got? So she sat me down and she started talking to me, and she started telling me all about this, drops and what it could do for you and everything. And of course, there was also the business side of it. And of course, I'm always searching. I was always searching because, first of all, a lot of us, unfortunately, our regular job, we have our regular jobs and stuff, but, life has gotten so expensive with medicines, with groceries, with bills, and so you always need something. Seems like you always need something on the side. So I was like, that ain't gonna hurt me at all. So the business side of it, there was a no-brainer for me, okay? So whenever I started going ahead, I said, okay, sure. Let Jason come to me and let's talk about it and everything. And so we did. And when he started telling me about the drops and everything, I was excited. So I started taking my drops, back in December. And once I started taking them, I'm the type of person that if I'm going to go ahead and put something out there, I want to try it first because I want to see how it's going to work for me. And I told him, I'm not telling anybody nothing until, I see something in me and I see how I'm going to react to it, because, I'm worried that if I react bad, I give somebody something, they're going to go, heller, So I went ahead and I took it for several weeks, but right away I started seeing the difference, the changes in my body. One of the first things that really worked for me right away was starting to see, how my face started kind of, just taking the swelling that I had before and stuff started coming out, started stopping. And I started getting rid of that. So I was happy and I was like, okay, well, this seems to be working somehow or another. So after that, I started seeing how the pounds started going, and I noticed the swelling in my body also started coming out, so I was happy about that too. Then it came to the inches around my body. There was a couple of times that it didn't seem like I was losing a lot of weight, but then again, they say it's not everything about the scale. We got to go ahead and make sure we look at ourselves, and measure ourselves and everything. And I started seeing that the inches started coming off also. So that was a win-win for me. I was excited, I was happy. But then one of the biggest things is I started noticing I was sleeping better at night. I was able to go ahead and sleep, and it was a restful sleep, not just a regular sleep, knock you out and, how'd you go? But it was a restful sleep, and I was able to wake up in the morning a little more energized, like a little bit more relaxed. And I was like, okay, this is good. And then my energy started going ahead and getting up a little bit more every day. And let me put it to you this way, okay? And this is how a lot of us function nowadays. And it is so sad. It is just so sad. That's why I'm like out there, oh, come on, look at me, listen to me, what I'm telling you. Because, look, in order to go to sleep at night, I would go ahead and sometimes take, Tylenol PM. Or take something that would go ahead and just kind of put me to sleep, okay? So that I could sleep, so that I could get some rest. And then in order to wake up in the morning, I would go ahead and take a B12, and sometimes 2 and 3, that wouldn't do nothing for me really. And then I would go ahead and go grab me a tea, those energy drinks, which are great. Not shutting them down or anything for some people. For me though, on the other hand, yeah, they were great at the beginning to start out with, but then they would give me the shakes. You know what I'm saying? So I would get I would be like this during the day. I was like, I need to go. But it was not I need to go good. It was more of my system was like running crazy. And where you needed to focus, you would kind of focus, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this is going on so crazy in you that you're just, all this stuff that is in it is just wanting to make you go, 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 go. You know what I'm saying? And then to top it off, whenever it was the end of it, in the afternoon, woof, I would crash. Guys, I was crashing at the end. And it didn't mean that I was going to go to sleep right away either. No, I would crash because I would feel blah. But since I would not go ahead and go to sleep, I would have to take something to go ahead and help me sleep. So you see how our basically our way of living nowadays is it's in a hurry. We gotta go. We have so much stuff to do and not enough hours of the day, so we think. Yet, in order to function, we have to medicate ourselves. So, in a way, we're putting bad stuff in our body in order to go ahead and medicate ourselves, in order to go ahead and function through the day. Why? Because we need it. That's how we can go ahead and feel at the end of the day, oh, I took care of stuff. Yet again, however, you really didn't. You know what I'm saying? There were so many things that you were not able to take care of, and next day you're going to have to go ahead and get on that grind all over again. That's just life, you know. What I found in these drops was the opportunity to go ahead and start taking them. My body itself started reacting to them to where I did not feel the jitters. I did not feel like I needed to go running. I did not feel like, oh my gosh, No, I started feeling like when I was younger, I had that normal energy. Oh, I would go ahead and go to sleep. Yikes, I would go ahead and wake up, which I do, but I feel rested, and because I feel rested, I feel happy during the day, and I'm excited. Oh, I need to tackle my day. I have this thing that I call my handy dandy notebook, guys. And in my little notebook, I tend to go ahead and write down exactly everything I have to do for the day. I'm one of them. I have to jot it down. To do, day, time. I do, because I'm one of those kind of people. So whenever I go through my day, the day before, I'll write everything down because of things that I need to do. And then when I wake up in the morning and I get to go to work, and I take my morning routine and everything, and when I get to go to work and everything, I will go through my little notebook, and I'm like, okay, I did this, check. Oh, I did that, check. I need to do this and this and this. Guys, what do you call it? But I'm that kind of person. What do you call it? ADD or HD or whatever. These drops have helped me focus one task at a time. I can multitask, and I will do it all day long because I do. But in order for me to feel like I've achieved something, I'll go ahead and check out, everything that I'm doing, because I'll go ahead and I carry this in my purse, I carry it in my car, I carry it everywhere, because it's my to-do, and it's gonna get done, everything gets done. So, do I finish everything on that book on a daily basis? No, I don't. There's certain things that I will have to go ahead and take for the next day. But you know what? It's all right. I'm not, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I did not get this finished today, stressed out or anything like that. These drops have helped me with all of that. So, with that being said, guys, you might say, well, why did you start taking them? That's my why. Because I needed to start feeling myself once again. I owe that to me, to myself, to start out with. And I'm sorry if you hear all that. It's because I think they're blowing leaves outside, so I hope it's not, crazy in here. I owed that to myself, so I needed to find something that was going to help me. And because once I go ahead and take care of me, I can keep on taking care of everybody else. And I'm able to go ahead and have a better mood around people and enjoy people, to where I was becoming pretty reclusive. Away from people. I did not want to be near them. I didn't want to be around them because I was like, oh, they're just stressing me out. It's not that anymore. I enjoy being around people. And, you can start seeing it in your work. You can start seeing it on your daily, how you talk to people, how you work with people, how you just go ahead and meet people, and you're interested in learning what they got to say, and you want information to, how do you feel? How do you, what are you looking for? Let me tell you what I've got. And well, that's my why. And your why is going to change all the time. It's not going to stay the same, because once you go ahead and start, this is why I started, you achieve that goal. And then you're like, my why is changing a little bit more. What is next? But me, it was my body, to start feeling better, to start enjoying life again. And I can tell you, I'm there. thankfully. I have a couple. Here we go. Oh my gosh, Jesse. Hi, love you. Okay, I'm so happy to see him, Jesse. I grew up with Jesse from way back when I was really young, back in Brownsville. And I'm so happy to see him. Say hi to everybody. Love you all. Tasha, yes, we do live in a very toxic world. And it's become, most of people's normal to take things to sleep and then for energy. It is true. It is so true. It has become the norm, unfortunately. But how about if you're able to find something that you don't have to worry about what you're putting inside your system. And whatever you put in your system, you're able to go ahead and just feel good about. This is what Slenderiix drops do for you. They help you, heal from the inside out, I wish everybody would just go ahead and say, hey, come on, let me know more about it. Go ahead, text me, DM me. I would love to go ahead and share with you. Now, my story about my health issues, gosh, like I told you all guys, that's what my health issues were. I was dragging, I needed energy. I needed to start feeling myself once again. And thankfully, I thank God 1,001 times because this has helped me. Okay, now what kind of community do we have, guys? Wherever you go and you decide you want to go, it's like going to the gym. Okay, so you go to the gym and so you're ready to go ahead and work out and all that good stuff, and then you start meeting other people right there, right? They're doing the same thing as you are. They're trying to work out and trying to pump, become lean machines and all that good stuff. Well, once you go ahead and find those people, you start making a little community, right? And those people are not only at the gym, but it kind of goes, a little bit further if some of you become that kind of friends. That is what has happened with us, with our people, guys. In the community that I'm in, it's like everybody helps each other. It's a community of going ahead. You have to feel accountable sometimes. So you need those people that are going to help you out there. Not by making you feel any less or, bad or anything about what you're doing, but because they want to go ahead and pump you up. They want to go ahead and, take out their hand out there and say, hey, if you need help, here I am. Call me, text me, message me, I'm here to help you. That is the kind of community of people that we have here because you need that. And so it becomes a family. And that's one of the most amazing things that I was so happy to find. I have my church family. I love them to death and everything. So whenever I was able to find this Slenderiix drops and being able to find this community of people that were also on the same kind of journey as I was to better health, guys, that is something that you cannot go ahead and think twice about getting into, okay? You need that. You need that group of people that are going to love on you. You need that group of people that are going to hold you accountable. And you need that group of people that are always going to go ahead and say, hey, you've fallen off you've fallen off. Let me go ahead and pick you up. And let's go ahead and get together. Let's do it again. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. They're there to help you up, and to hug you and, love on you. And like one of our, upliner says, Jason, and they want to, what he says, slobber you or kush on you, all that good stuff. I can never remember what it says, but it is so funny. I love it, So go ahead, guys. If you have any questions, I know my time is getting really short here, so I might need to be leaving pretty soon, but I just wanted to go ahead and give you, just a little bit of the insight as to why I do what I do. My goals, guys, is to be able to feel better every day. Is to be able to live longer. Guys, I've always told my kids, okay, and this is just between us. I want to that, be able to be there for them whenever they get married, whenever they have their kids, whenever they go ahead and reach that next milestone. I want to be able to be around my grandkids, for a long time. I want to be able to enjoy each and every single one of them. My husband and I have a long ways to go. We're empty nesters, I believe at a young age. We need to enjoy our lives, by visiting our kids and grandkids whenever we want to, and but not just visiting them, but be able to run with them, be able to play with them, be able to feel that we can do all these things with them. That is my main goal, for doing what I do. Now, another one of the biggest things is to be able to share with you, to be able to share with anybody that comes around me and says, what are you doing? Well, let me tell you, let me show you what I'm doing. And then loving them, loving them. And if they like it, fine. If they don't, hey, that's fine too. It's not for everybody, but for the ones that it is for, here I am, here's my community. And, and I would love to go ahead and share it with you. So, I got to go back, because it's already time for me to sign off. But it was so good to talk to you all today, and I hope I'm able to go ahead and see you all next time, okay? So I'm kind of looking for a little name for my little, deal here, and I think I'm going to name it Lisa's Corner. So if you see it on Facebook, Lisa's Corner is coming up pretty soon. That means I'm coming up, okay? So let's just go ahead and have a great day. Thank you for the ones that seen me, for the ones that are watching. Love you all. Can't wait to go ahead and connect with you. And I think I might be connecting with some of them. Hey, babe, I love you. See you in a little bit. So, anyways, Tasha, Jesse, thank you all for going ahead and being here with me. And can't wait to talk to you all later, okay? Take care. Ciao. Bye.